had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Oakland Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 10 logo.
Mike. Check.
Five.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Running from the gun, Johnson.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Herbert. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Set, ready, go to base, 14. Watch the slant.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
No gain on the play there, second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. That time Juan Thornhill, the rookie from Virginia, batting it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Ready?
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
8, read.
Mike. Hey, let's get in that hole. He's crashing.
6-6, pull it high. Light. Shoot.
On second down, Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
It's now third down and 6.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
53 is the mark. Here we go, here we go. Check. 53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine. Yeah, let's get a sack line.
Hey, Charlie.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Down. Pilot, 64, weak. 70, Indy.
Let's go.
Hit it.
To throw on third down. Herbert, quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess we could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Yeah. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you could hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here. And
it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And this is good. Our score, 7-0, Tennessee.
Makes the score Titans 7, Raiders 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it up.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Wrigley. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
First carry for James Conner. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Kerryon Johnson, 96 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
And again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Cohen, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it with Cohen. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
On third down, Jackson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Jackson on third down. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
Single. I got a left. You got to get the ball.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Jackson, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. This is Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Ready? Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 26.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 2nd and 12, Jackson, throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
ran the perfect defense in this situation, would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Bound to lose one. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Get it.
Again, it's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo.
Watch 54. Oh, you got D? Tight dog.
General West.
Check Mike 54. Watch the run. Hey, they're running it.
Right. Set go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's the Raiders punter now. He's been terrific so far. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Let's go. Time to end it. He's heavy on the edges. Mike 14.
Now Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Out. Mike 5. Trick pass.
Now it's Jackson. And he completes it to Cohen. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Titans. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
22 Jet Bomber. Ready.
They begin the drive with Johnson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
218, chopper.
To throw on 2nd down, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. First target, first catch, and a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Shoot!
80 weapon.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
So we got man. 14's the mic. 14's the mic. Come this way.
On the handoff, it's Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Jackson now. Throw right side, caught by Ridley.
1
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Caught on the right side by Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Montez Sweat. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. A give to Cohen. He heads right. Open space inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. But they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Herbert. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They run. It's Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. There's a 20th carry for Johnson. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. D.D. Westbrook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the ready. Mike 5. You ain't going nowhere. Wahoo.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Finds the mic. Finds the mic.
To throw again. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 9. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Mike 18. Mike 18. Stay with your man. Watch 18. 18's the mic. Come to my work.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Tennessee, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they fall a game